internet clock is nothing but an IoT device which shows the time of different countries, which comes from a global server called NTP. This eliminates the requirement of any external RTC hardware. Let's see the need for the internet clock. The first and foremost need is to synchronize with the global time. In case of non-availability of RTC module, this plays a major role. One disadvantage of RTC module is that it requires manual adjustment over time to time to get time and date synchronized across several devices. Now let's see what is an NTP. NTP stands for Network Time Protocol. It's a standard IP for synchronizing the computer's clock to some reference over a network. This is used to synchronize all the network devices to Coordinated Universal Time, which stands for UTC, with a delay of few milliseconds. Generally, in case of public internet, the delay is 50 milliseconds, and in case of LAN environment, the delay will be less than 5 milliseconds. The NTP sets the clocks of computers to UTC. Any local time zone offset or daylight savings is applied by the client. In this manner, we can achieve the real-time clock which comes from the NTP server. Let's see how the NTP works. This operates in several ways. One such way is a client-server model. In this way, the client is such as ESP8266. Here, the node MCU acts as a client. Here, the client sends a request packet to NTP server. In response to this request, the NTP server sends a times packet. A timestamp packet contains multiple information like Unix timestamp, accuracy, delay, or time zone. From this, the required details such as hours, minutes, and seconds can be parsed out from the timestamp packet. These are the hardware components used: a dot board, ESP8266 node MCU board, I2C converter for connecting LCD to the node MCU, a LCD display, and few jumpers. Now let's see the coding part. These are the included libraries, and we set up the SSID and password for the Wi-Fi. The two major functions for an Arduino program is void setup and void loop. In void setup, we have seen that we have initialized the serial monitor, LCD, and Wi-Fi. In void loop, we have created an instance for the NTP client object, and for a certain amount of period of time, we have called the show Indian time function. Similarly, for other such countries, we have called in a similar way. Now let's see the working of the show Indian time function. Here the NTP client object is passed as a parameter. First, we have updated the time client, and we have fetched the values of second, minute, and hour from the time client object, and we displayed the time and the corresponding city of that time. Now let's get into the working of the project. First of all, let me connect to the power source. As soon as the power is provided, the node MC board searches for the nearby hotspot. So let me turn on the mobile hotspot. As soon as the mobile hotspot is turned on, the board gets connected to the internet, and the LCD displays the time of different countries with a delay of 5 seconds. Let's see the applications. In places like airports and multinational companies, the requirement of time of different countries is inevitable. In such cases, the internet clocks plays a major role, from which the time zones of different countries can be viewed accurately. Time of different devices can be synchronized by connecting them to network time using NTP. The only limitation is that it works only in presence of internet connection.